Hey, what's up YouTubians? My name is PrismaIsLinks and welcome to another Warframe build. Now, in this video I am going to be explaining Nidus over here. He is the infested Warframe and he is by far one of the best endgame Warframes, especially when it comes to defending a certain point. Perfect for mobile defense, and interception missions. He is just an overall really good Warframe and a great survivability Warframe. I'm going to be going into detail about his abilities and what makes him so good. And I hope you guys will stick with me through this video. Yeah, so let's get into it. So, right here, this is the build that I have on him. And this is a no forma build with two arcanes that are not at all maxed. But, you know, it would have better results if they were maxed. So, I'm using Arcane Grace for that extra health regen because he is all health, no shields. And then I have Arcane Guardian for some extra armor in case, which is always very nice to have for survivability. Anyway, so the aura slot I have Steel Charge, and of course this can be exchanged. I'm only using it so I can get the 18 extra slots, which is very nice in my opinion. I like it. So we got Primed Continuity over here for some duration. We got Primed Flow for energy max. We got an Umbral Vitality and an Umbral Intensify. These two work together and they give us an extra bonus. So instead of 44% extra health, we get 55. And instead of 440 health, we get 550. So overall, this is really good. If you can, this is no forma. I do have a reactor installed. So this is as max as you can get with no forma. Of course, he can get better if you forma him. But this is what I have so far on him. I got stretch over here so I can add a little bit of range, and then rage, which is all I can fit on, instead of the other mod. I can't fit this one on because it's 11 slots, so I'm gonna have to stick with rage. And this mod, it's any damage I take, 40% of it goes to energy when it attacks my health, and specifically health. So this is overall the build that I have right here. Feel free to screenshot if you like. This is the build that I run, and now I'm going to go into detail with his abilities. So, to run Nidus properly, you're going to be mostly using his first ability and his second ability, which is right here. So his first ability is pretty much like a wave of infested, a lot like Rhino's Charge and Hydroid's, his barrage, I guess. He charges forward. This is what it looks like. So, every enemy that hits the meter on your right, the bottom right, that little 0, that represents your infestation meter. So every enemy that you hit with this adds to that meter, and for every 5 enemies hit, that number will go up. So the higher that number is, the stronger Nidus's attacks are. Meaning all you gotta use is this ability. And also, an added bonus to this ability, every enemy that's hit, it will return 10 energy a second, or 10 energy per enemy hit, which is actually really nice, as you can see right here. So, for every 5 enemies hit, the infestation mutates, multiplying its destructive force, which is really, really good, and this is really all you're going to be spamming. Larva, you don't have to use this as much, but what this does is it pretty much groups all enemies together within range, and pretty much that way you can get your mutation stacks up faster, which is actually very important. And while I'm on here, I'm also going to talk about his last two. So Parasitic Link, this is really good for high tier and, endgame survive missions because of if an enemy is attached to it, you get a lot of all the damage pretty much goes to that enemy instead of you. So you're transferring the damage to that enemy. As you can see, the little Moa right here is getting infested. So any damage you take goes to him, and then this can be toggled on and off. So once it toggles off, all the damage just comes in at once and it could end up killing him, which is also pretty good. If it is cast on an ally, it gives them 42.5% damage increase, and that goes for you and that person. So if you're doing defense and there's a Soundquake Banshee, you can cast that on him and give him extra strength too, it's a really nice thing. It works good with teammates. I don't use it on my teammates as much, but when it comes to, objective-based missions, this is definitely really, really useful. And then we got Ravenous down here, where pretty much like this infested plot of land, and enemies who stand on it, maggots will kind of come out and kind of just attack them and explode. And, you know, you also get a benefit to your mutation stack. So, but, allies that are on here get, health regen, and currently the one for this build is, 34 health a second, which is actually pretty good. It could be a little bit better, but, judging by my current build, you know, this is just, how he looks. So yeah, here's just another quick build, you know, another quick look at what I got, and then I'm going to be showing you how to use him properly. So let's just go ahead over here and get our energy up, and we're going to spawn in just a bunch of these guys. So not heavy gunners, we're going to spawn in a bunch of heavy gunners, and some bombards too. So we just need heavily armored units, because I'm going to show you everything that has to go with Nidus over here. I should also mention nullifiers. When you get put into their in their bubble, you lose mutation stacks. So just you know, keep that in mind out there. Anyway, so here's what we're gonna do. So they're all grouped together. So we're gonna cast out larva and group them all together, and then we just spam this ability over and over. So as you can see, I'm dealing the damage I'm dealing goes up with every time I cast it, so it went from 11 to 98. And then if I cast Parasitic Link, these guys can attack me all they want, and they're not going to do anything. All the damage is going over to that guy. I can attack him, and he's not dealing or taking any damage. But pretty much this is this is how we really play him. You just spam this attack over and over. And when you have someone under the effects of Parasitic Link, they also deal mutation stacks, adding extra damage. So right now, you can see that my mutation stacks are going up. I am not taking a lot of damage. Carrier is taking a lot, though. And every time I hit them, it just goes up and up and up. And this is actually really efficient. The maximum you can have is 100, and I'm going to go over there and show you. So yeah, this is really all you really got to do to play Nidus. We have the extra health and stuff, which is really nice. His passive is if he has 15 mutation stacks and his health reaches 0, he gets an Undying, which means he gets regenerated, but he loses those 15 health stacks, and his health's at 50%. So that's his maximum counter right there, and you can just spam this now. This is all it takes. Just kill you. It's very rare for Nidus to want Nidus to kill enemies, because he needs them all together to keep his mutation stacks up. So this is really all it takes. And my Parasitic Link just ended, and he took damage because of he took the damage dealt from these other bombards. So it's not that much. It's not that exciting to play Nidus, but he is extremely useful when it comes to endgame build. Now I'm going to show you, those are his first two abilities. This is his Ravenous ability. So this is the infested plot of land I was telling you about, and you get 34 health a second at Ravenous. And then these little maggots kind of go out and start attacking these guys. So when you're standing on here, it's kind of just easier to like keep them on here, because they take damage over time when standing on here, and the maggots can also add to your meter, which is actually, it's just an added bonus overall playing Nidus. Anyway, so just go ahead and kill off the rest of these enemies over here, because I don't want them. Oh, and I also should mention, the further you go away from your target, when Parasitic Link is active, you actually take, it has a range, so if you get out of range, it just disintegrates. So this is how you play Nidus, honestly. And as you can see, I have my mutation stacks up, so that armor I got, it shows that I'm mutated. You get the full armor set when you've reached past 10. So yeah, that is how you play Nidus overall. There's nothing else really to explain in this video, just, yeah, so I hope you guys found this video, really helpful, because Nidus is probably the best, one of the best endgames frames, and I like him a lot. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next update build, I guess.